So about a month ago, I started playing Arknights, and I'd like to talk about my experience so far. Let me start by talking about why I got into it. I was actually interested in playing for a while. I've heard plenty of good things about it. I just never actually started because I already play way too many gacha games, and starting one that is over 5 years old is quite a lot of commitment. But then the Limbus collab happened, and I like Limbus a little bit. And also some of my friends started the game and suggested I give it a try as well.
See this cute but sad looking cat girl with a gun? This is Jessica. Every day that you are not playing Arknights, she gets sad and cries herself to sleep, Mastiza. You can stop this by simply playing the game.
So I finally tried it. Let's get into what I think about Arknights. I love it. I genuinely have such a good time with the game. I'm still new enough that there might be some recency bias, but it's very much intended to be from the perspective of a new player, and I wouldn't be able to make a video like that after I've played for 1000 hours. So expect most of this to be me talking about all the things I love, with some negatives I noticed, because unfortunately there is no such thing as a perfect game. If you don't know anything about Arknights, it is a tower defense gacha game. Think Bloons tower defense but gambling. The gameplay is quite refreshing and fun. Before I started playing, I thought it looks way too simple, but then I started and it was, for like a few stages. And then they introduced a lot of things you have to pay attention to or can get an advantage of. And I'm sure the stages I play now probably look really simple for old players. Sometimes I randomly see a gameplay clip and I have no idea what the fuck is going on. The difficulty also feels good. There is a lot of levels I had to reset multiple times to finish, or possibly to get to 3 stars, but never so much it got annoying. Just after the first reset you always get a lot of information that makes your next attempt so much easier. I feel that it might get repetitive, as most things do if you do them for 100 plus hours. But so far they continuously introduce new mechanics along with me unlocking new characters, which so far did not give me a chance to get bored. For example, I got to play a rerun of the Babel event that introduced this chain mechanic that made me suddenly consider many new different things, and the levels were tough. I'm sure more mechanics like this are somewhere further into the game, and I'm looking forward to them. There's overall just a shit ton of content, and on one hand, it's a bit overwhelming, but on the other, it gives me a lot to look forward to. Like there is a whole roguelite mode that so far I only tipped my fingers into. And let me tell you, I love roguelites. Though I'm a bit worried since gacha games tend to not do them very well, but I'll see. All the content just makes me quite excited to get into. The game also has amazing art, just look at this cute woman, and amazing music, which is playing in the background of this whole video. You can also manage your base, which is nothing revolutionary, but it gives free resources and is overall a nice addition. But what I heard the most about the game before starting is praise for its story. And you know what? I trust it. I trust the story will get incredible. I'm seeing what I would call good writing, the characters are likable, and the world building for how small portion of the game I played is actually there. But I'm in episode 5, and so far the story is kinda just alright. That is not bad, especially since I'm engaged into other aspects of the game, especially gameplay, but I just still didn't feel that emotional hook yet. Again though, I trust that it will come. Next I want to talk about upgrading your characters. You can level them up, simple enough. You can also level up their skills, also simple. And then you can promote them, which also sounds simple, but then you need a lot of materials for it. I got only one character to Elite 2, and that took a while. And that was only a 5-star character. I can only imagine how much I'll need for a 6-star. Or I can look it up, but too much effort. You just need so much shit. And obviously, since this is a gacha game, there's an energy system called Sanity, which is my biggest enemy. I like complaining about Hoyo games as much as the next guy, but I love the fact they don't make you spend energy on the story. Here I have to choose, do I try to continue the story or do I farm something? Right now, the recommended level for the next main story stage is Elite 2 level 10, and your team has 12 operators. Getting all of them to Elite 2 will take ages, I'm sure. And I think I'd be able to beat the stage bit under-leveled, but that would just mean I'd get hard stuck few stages later. At some point, I obviously also want to pull for new characters, and then I'll need to level those. I imagine it will get better when I have one well-leveled squad, and then I can focus on the operators one by one instead of needing to level all of them at once. but right now it takes way too long for my taste. What I want to praise though is that you can farm any stage on auto after you beat it on 3 stars. I'm yet to find a gacha game that makes farming the same stage countless times fun, so making it automatic is the second best thing. We are getting to every gacha player's favorite thing, gambling. I'll start by saying that all the banners are confusing. If I didn't have friends and chatters telling me what to do, I'd be quite lost. More importantly, I would not even know that limited banners are a thing. As for actually pulling, the rates are good, but the game is also stingy with the currency. I don't pull too much until now, since I'm saving for the limited banner that should be coming soon, but despite that, it feels like I've saved up nothing. There's quite a bit I could get right now as a new player, but everything just costs so much sanity. I'm sure I'll get to collect it once, but right now all of my sanity goes to either story or getting my operators strong enough that they can progress the story. On the plus side though, the game gives some nice free operators as well as ones you can get through recruitment, which is just an easy way to get some low rank operators for free or possibly even 5 stars if you're lucky enough. The last thing I want to talk about now is the community. I've been streaming for 4 years, and the first week I play Arknights, I hit affiliate. This is no coincidence. There's a lot of passionate community members who seemed excited to watch a new player start the game they like. These people were nice, welcoming and helpful. I did not get anything spoiled, and there was only a tiny bit of backseating. Overall, they were a pleasure to have around. And this was also not just me getting lucky, because some of my friends who also started streaming the game recently also told me they had a pleasant experience with the community. And while I wouldn't drop the game if the community was bad, it just makes me want to stream more of it and thus play more of it. And you can be sure that I will. Well, that will be all for this video. I do definitely want to make an update on this at some point, maybe when I manage to catch up with the main story. If you want to, I'd be happy if you subscribed or followed me on my Twitch, where I play Arknights as well as a variety of other games. Thank you for stopping by, and bye!